Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moonlight Tarot 20, and today I wanted to do a twin flame check-in. So right now I'm shuffling the Soul Connections cards, and I'm going to draw one card for the Divine Feminine and one card for the Divine Masculine, and we're going to see where each of them is at this point in their journey. There's one card for the Divine Feminine and one card for the Divine Masculine. Wow, okay. So Divine Feminine is still an illusion about someone. Now, we seem to be getting this card an awful lot lately, and I feel like there's still some people out there now listen, feminine and masculine, we each have a balance of both. So you could be a man and identify as a divine feminine and vice versa. So take this as it resonates to you. But the illusion card talks about putting someone on a pedestal and believing that because of the strong feelings we have for them, that they must be my soulmate. This person must be my soulmate. Or because we have a spiritual connection, we're going to end up together. The main purpose of this is that we're going to end up together. The truth is, if you're on the twin flame journey, the whole point of the twin flame journey is not for the twin flames to come together romantically. The whole point of the twin flame journey is for your twin to highlight and mirror to you what you still need to heal in yourself, all your shadows, your traumas, things that you've struggled with all your life. It's highlighting these, and you are meant to work on it. And only once you've reached a point, now I don't believe we're ever going to be completely fully healed in this lifetime. I kind of feel like this drags on into further lifetimes, but the point of this whole twin flame journey is to heal as much of yourself as you can, to then come to inner union, which inner union is feeling so happy and fulfilled within yourself and with everything that's going on around you in your life, without needing that partner, without needing that romantic connection, that romantic person, without putting that onus on somebody to fulfill you. You are at this place where you're completely happy and content and fulfilled within yourself, within your own life. You're doing things in your life every day that fulfill you, that make you really, really happy. And when you have reached that place, that is when you become open to someone who is very similar energy to that. Someone who does not need another person in their life, but would like another person in their life to complement each other, to have fun together, to choose every day to be together without there being any codependent ties, without putting that expectation on the other person that, well, if you leave, then I will be unhappy, or if you don't do this, I will be unhappy. No, you're two whole and complete people within yourself choosing to be together. That is the whole point of the twin flame journey. And some people, as I said, tend to put someone on a pedestal and think, oh, we're going to end up together because, oh, I have these strong feelings for you and you must have the same feelings for me. But sometimes we all have free will choice. We all make free will decisions every day. And even if somebody cares about you, maybe they have other obligations and they choose to not be with you. So then you need to remain open to the fact that maybe somebody else can come in and fill that space when you are ready for it. Now for the divine masculine, looks like to me like they're starting their spiritual journey, which you have been on since you were catalyzed. So Usually the divine masculine lags behind the divine feminine. The divine feminine starts the spiritual journey right after they meet. And the divine masculine tends to run and hide from it for a while. And it is only when you've done a significant amount of healing, because you do have an energetic connection to your twin flame. You have an energetic connection. You subconsciously feel each other, sometimes even consciously feel each other. And the divine masculine subconscious, like his higher self, can feel when you have reached a certain energy that is now way above theirs in frequency. And he starts to feel the disconnect, because you do start to, once you've been separated for a while, you start to mentally disconnect from them a little bit. You start to think of them less. You don't have those obsessive thoughts that you had at the beginning, where you had to know at every moment what this person is doing, and you're looking at all these tarot readings to see what he might be thinking and to see if anything is going to shift, and you were more focused on him than you were on yourself. So now that you've come to a place where you've worked on yourself and your focus is not on them, they can feel that you're more disconnected and they don't like it. They can feel it, and that kind of pushes them to raise their own vibration, and this pushes them into their own spiritual awakening, where they then go through exactly what you went through at the beginning, with the dark night of the soul, and starting to face some of the traumas that all of a sudden come up from your childhood that you hadn't thought about in a long time, but they're always beneath the surface somewhere in your subconscious. And yeah, so now he's going through it. Know that he's going through it. And whether he will meet you where you're at when the time is right and he's done some of his own healing, or if you end up with somebody else because, a soulmate has come in who very much vibrates at a similar frequency as yours, who you feel very comfortable around, someone who can protect you on your journey and provide some stability and provide some loving support. That is completely your choice. And it's also divine masculine's choice if he wants to meet you, because some of them, they just don't. They feel safer in the shit they're in, quite frankly. Sorry for saying that word, but that's exactly what it is. Some of them, they live in an environment of trauma that they've created, and they feel more comfortable in that trauma than healing themselves and starting over new with a loving and supportive partner. So they choose to stay in toxic relationships. They choose to keep reliving the same karmic cycle over and over and over again, because they're too afraid to break out of it to see what's on the other side. So, and the universe is going to keep knocking them over the head and knocking them over the head. Hey, are you done with the cycle? Hey, are you done with the cycle? But a lot of them are too scared. They're too scared. They're not ready to get to the point where you're at. They're not ready to work through their shadows. They're not ready to face their traumas. They think that what they've got, they talk themselves into thinking that what they've got going is pretty good, and it may not be perfect, but it's the best I can do, and I can trust that there will be something better if I leave this. So until they get to the point where they can't take it anymore, where they cannot take the toxic relationship, where they cannot take the toxic family and friends, or whatever else toxicity they've got going on, when they can't take the toxicity within themselves anymore and they're ready to finally do something, until that day comes, they're just gonna be reliving the same karmic cycles over and over and over again, stay in expired relationships, yada yada. But that does not have to concern you. You work on yourself, divine feminine. You keep rising. You keep healing those wounds. You keep focusing on your life and living it the way that you want it. And to, you actually you get to the point where you finally live your life purpose and you feel really fulfilled, you keep working your way towards that, because life is just going to get better from here. And whether your divine masculine meets you there or not, that is up to him. And don't focus on that. That should never be your focus. And this is now a lengthy video, and it feels complete. And I'm very excited that divine masculine, at least some of them, are starting their spiritual journey. So that's a positive step in the right direction. So I hope that this has resonated with you, and let me know in the comments. And I wish you a wonderful day, love and light, and I will talk to you tomorrow.